I figured I would take you guys through a little tour of my shipping container shop, basically. Just kind of a little walkthrough. I've done a lot of cleaning lately and organizing, and happy with the way it's turned out. Very happy. So figured I'd show you guys, do a walkthrough, chill out for a little bit. Family came over and we were riding the side by side through the mud puddles, and they had a lot of fun. But what's up, Sydney? Turn this camera around so you guys can see. So this is basically the front of my shop, my shipping container shop. We got the Predator 3500 inverter generator. What's up, Kleckler? And then we got our mobile cart right there. And then we got a little seat cart, right? It's got some tools in it. On the other side of it, it's got drawers. And then we got the main box right there. And then on this other side, we got our 40-gallon air compressor, which I've been running the business off of forever. Can't wait to upgrade that to a taller setup. And then we got our little chemical cabinet, right? And then we got our torches and our drill press. So let's just take you in here real quick. I made this metal table a long time ago in hopes that I was going to get a big thick piece of metal to put on it, and I never have gotten one yet, like a big chunk of plate metal. So I got 2x6s on it right now, and it works pretty good. But eventually I'd like to, put a big piece of plate metal on it. And then I just got this organizer finally where I want it before I fill it up. So now I can start filling it up with nuts and bolts and that type of goodies. And then I got these organizers, they got stuff in them. And then I got, over here, I got a filing cabinet and another filing cabinet. I'm not a big fan of filing cabinets, but, they work. They're cheap toolboxes, And that's basically what I started out with as toolboxes, was a whole bunch of filing cabinets. Because everybody gives a filing cabinet away, Hey, Mason, say hi to the YouTube buddies. Oh, good boy. And then we got the Miller Welder, which I think has a blown head gasket. Then we got my dirt bike. And then we seat. It's getting kind of dark in here. This is a bench seat for the 45 Dodge that I made. And then I got some other miscellaneous tools back there that are kind of just in storage until we get electricity full board. But as you guys can see, there's our nice roll door right there. Just installed that. Yep, Super Dump's still at the hospital, Sydney. Good news is it's just they're diagnosing it as one turbo is bad. They're gonna quote me for 2 though. They just need to take that first one off and take the second one off just to see if it's good or not. They haven't taken it apart yet, so they're thinking it's just one. But need to just double check to see if the second one is. And obviously, I'm going to replace my intercooler too, since it had a big leak, and actually 2 leaks now. So let's turn this light on. Boom! How's that? Yeah, buddy. Now we got ourselves a show. So yeah, so the International is at cat still. They said it's one turbo is bad and the intercooler from what they can see. So tomorrow we'll know more for sure. I'm going to be going down tomorrow to pick up the old intercooler, and I'm going to drop that by Moose Radiator. It's in Fife. Those guys do super cheap radiators and intercoolers, that type of thing. That's their thing. So I'm getting my intercooler for $600. Yeah, check that out. Peterbilt one is $1,700. I'm getting it for $600. So pretty stoked about that. And it's the same part number, so same thing. I'm telling you, man, those dealers, man, they marked everything up. Anyways, what do you think of the shop, honey? Here, come over here and talk to my YouTube guys.
Not as good when my kitchen will be done.
What? You don't feel as good until your kitchen's done?
Yeah, it won't be as good as when the kitchen is done for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, another thing I did, but we got a generator that we were using for our trailer, and I put it right there, and I took the big, massive one that was just too big, and I moved it to the back of the shipping container. I put the small, this one's a lot smaller and quieter, and it's electric start, and way less noise. Like, I mean, 1,000,000 times less. It's so quiet. Put that there, and I was able to scoot the cart over and put the tray up, too, so happy about that. You want to say hi to YouTube, Rosemary? Okay, say hi.
Hi.
You silly girl. Anyways, so I was doing some filming for when we installed the roll door. Pretty excited about that. We also painted this little skid plate thing here, orange, of course. I mean, it wouldn't be VANDUYN if it wasn't orange.
Hi.
Ow!
Hi, you guys.
So, I mean, this is a really good location, I think, for the roll door, because, I mean, if you think about it, when you pull a truck in here, that's about halfway for the truck, you know, right behind the cab, but still close enough to the engine compartment that, you know, if you got to work on either one, it's right here. So, what do you guys want to see? Is there anything in particular that you guys want to see? Heck yeah, Jacob. Hauled your first load, hooked to a trailer tomorrow. So you hauling a pup trailer, or are you doing like a side dump or end dump? What exactly are you doing? I love the roll door location. Dude, TF, dude, this is the perfect location for this thing. I mean, it's super sweet. I mean, let me just show you guys. This thing, it's just so sweet. I mean, flatbed hauling Jersey barriers. There you go. So that's a flatbed then? Or are you just hauling or are you just hooking up a, like a equipment trailer and hauling them? Or how you doing that? What do you guys think of that roll door, man? That thing, it makes this so much bigger. Like, okay, if you guys are doing a shipping container shop, yes, Sydney, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, eventually what we're going to do is, so picture this, I got both my shipping containers like this, right? I'm going to add 2 more, one on each side on top, and then I'll probably do a flat roof, is what I'm thinking. And then the flat roof will have like a little, you know, kind of like, what would you call, I don't know, like, you know, like a hunting blind, or, you know, a place where we could have a party or something. If all my family comes over, you know, we could set up a tent up there and, you know, gaze the stars or something, you know, that type of thing, since we're out in the country, you know. Or as some people think, you know, make bombs or something. Since I'm the Unabomber, since I live in the woods. Joey? Sorry, Joey, I missed you on the premiere, man. I set my alarm and everything, and then my in-laws showed up right at the same time, and I just didn't have time to hop on and say hi. My plan was to hop on and say hi to everybody, but, you know. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Joey, man. I let you down on that one. I even set the reminder, but then things just came up, you know? So that's why I figured I would do another live stream, you know? Make sure we got the opportunity to catch up. You were lonely. What's up, Brian? Hey. Hey. Go play. Go play, okay? I don't need you making noise while I'm doing my video. Go play. Go play. You too, Rosemary. Go play. Would you use Snap-on or Icon? Series 60 Icon shill. What the heck? Icon shill. Um, I'm not a Snap-on guy, mainly because their tools are so expensive. Like, if money wasn't ever an issue for me, like if I was born a millionaire or a billionaire, then I would probably own all Snap-on. I'll just go out and say it, you know, if money wasn't an issue. But I'm the type of guy that, you know, I just buy whatever works. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, you know, I could see myself using Icon tools, but they're still more expensive than the Pittsburgh brand, you know, and I mean, these are Pittsburgh ones, I think. Harbor Freight. These are the Keen Cheapo. I like these because they are engraved really deep. I like engraved tools. If they're laser etched, I hate them. They wear out, and then you can't read nothing on them. Harbor Freight is like. And the thing is I'm not really a mechanic, right? I mean, I do a lot of mechanic stuff, but mechanic isn't my job title, and it's not what I do for a living.
It was.
You thought it was? Kinsey thinks I'm a mechanic. You live in a trailer. Of course, Snap-on is not for you. Right, Joey? I'm trailer trash, man. I can't afford that Snap-on stuff. So, some of the tools I got. I'll just put this out there. 99% of the tools my grandpa got from yard sales. You know, the free box. That's where all my tools came from, was the free box. You know, and I do have one or two sets that I bought, you know, since I've been in business. I'll show you my set. This is my tool set right here. This is a Cobalt. Kinsey bought this for me when was it my first year anniversary present or something? I think it was one or two, first year or second year. I mean, I still got every single thing that goes in here. There's not even a single missing tool in here, except for the two tools that I broke. I broke the ratchet, so now I got a Stanley in here. And I broke the screwdriver, so I put this screwdriver in here. Oh yeah, and I broke the extension. So this is a different extension too. This is O'Reilly's extension. It's got the beveled head, so it kind of tilts a little bit. It can swivel a little bit. But every single one of those tools, I mean, I think I broke one of these too. One of these Allens or a Star or something. But this right here, all these are laser etched. Can you see what number that is? That's 3/4. You can't hardly even see it. Or no, 5/8. You can hardly even see that. That's a laser etched one. Don't get laser etched, whatever you do. Especially if you plan on using your tools. Because, I mean, you can't even hardly read those, you know? Unless you get it perfectly in the right light. Yeah, see this one, you can't even, I mean this one. What's that? It's 7/16, but once it's dirty, you can't even read it. You know? And I do like how the red ones are standard and the blue are metric. I do like that. Hey, can you tell the kids to go play somewhere else? I've already told them. They don't listen to me. Unless they get spankings, then they start listening. Anyways, this is one of the only tool sets that I've ever really actually bought. Bought that one. Okay, let's show you all these tools. So these are just, you know, you can see they're just the free box. You know, my grandpa got them in the free box. You know, there's a few of them in here, a few sets in here that I bought. This is a Craftsman set. You can see Craftsman Evo. There's a full set in here. I try and keep the metrics here, standard over here, you know, and they sometimes get jumbled in between. Whole bunch of different types of ratchets. Like, look at this ratchet. This is a cool one. This one, you turn this part, and it actually turns. It turns the head, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you've seen that. But watch. It's hard to show you one-handed, but anyways, that's kind of a unique tool. I got two of those. One's a 1/2 inch, one's a 3/4. Right. Got an old school torque wrench right in here. Even though I never torque anything to spec, you know. I got a breaker bar with a twisted head on it. It's ready to twist off just about. Don't worry, I got a backup in case that one never breaks. So that's the top drawer. And then let's just go down this way. I got all these vice grips in here. Chain vice grip. I got these for welding. These things are amazing for welding. Like button stuff up together. Cap for a grease. I don't know why that's in there. A whole bunch of GoPro mounts. Next drawer down, I got a whole bunch of these wire brushes. Also got a laser temperature teller, and it's a distance reader also, I believe. And I got a white marker in here and another marker. This is a letter from Doug, Lightning Fabrication, one of my favorite fans, subscribers. That guy rocks. He's one of my favorites, I'll be honest. We got some pipe wrenches in here. This one I welded. I broke it a long time ago and I welded it, and it's still, I use it all the time. Still hasn't broken, even though it was cast iron. And here I have the cutters, strippers, you know, that type of stuff. Shears. And then we got all of the pliers, channel locks, needle nose. What's up, work life? Get that right, Sydney. Check this out. The man that loans out tools should be. I always tell my friends, if I borrow something, just bring it over here and I'll fix it for them. You know, that's what I normally tell them. You know, I try not to loan anything out unless I'm the one using it. You know, because that way, if I break it, I don't feel bad. You know, if they break it, I'm going to be a little upset. So, we got all those. Next drawer down, we got the fun drawer. These are all like dies and taps and, you know, easy outs, even though they're not easy. And then we got drill bits, a whole bunch of drill bits. Great stream, mad respect for you owning what you have. Snap-on is only for big shot wannabes. Here's my angle grinder. You know, DeWalt angle grinder is the best angle grinder to own. I've owned like 5 different angle grinders, and the DeWalt ones always last the longest. There's just something about them. I don't know, and I love the trigger design of the DeWalt. I mean, you push this down and you do it. There's no funky button that you have to press and then pull, you know, that's way over here or something. It's this. Boom. So easy. And this is a lock to leave it on. Notice, one thing I always try and do is, I know my hearing is going. So, to help me be more safe and stuff, I put my hearing protection and my eye protection in the drawer with that tool, because I'm more likely to grab it and put it on and use it than if... What you got on Hyper Tough Tools? What's Hyper Tough Tools? Yes, I bought this big box brand new. This is the General, US General, 72 inch. I bought this brand new right before I started my... I bought this before I started my business. My wife, all I had was filing cabinets. And when we moved into the duplex, I decided filing cabinets were my worst enemy, and my wife finally let me spend the money on a decent toolbox. and this was the one we got, and I absolutely love this toolbox. For the money, it is the best value anybody could buy. It's the best value, hands down. I mean, this box, if you buy a Snap-on box, it's going to be like 5 times more expensive, and it's basically the same thing. They're all painted the same color. They all got roller bearings in them. I mean, this is the best toolbox for the money. Nobody will ever convince me differently. So that's in that drawer. All right, let's go down to the next drawer. We got some miscellaneous hammers and body work, welding hammer. Got a rubber hammer, a wood hammer, just some weird hammers. This drawer is kind of my screwdriver drawer / prior, chisel type drawer. I try and keep Phillips on this side. As you can see, I got all the Phillips on this side, and then on this side I got flatheads, right? So it's, I got them separated, but they're kind of just thrown in there. So I had them lined up several times, and they never stay lined up. You just slam the drawer or something, and they're moving around, and so I stopped lining them up. It was just a waste of time. And I even got the Chinese screwdrivers in here, the really short and small ones. They're not American ones. These are Chinese or Japanese or something, The white guy ones, they're a little bit longer than those. Right, Joey? I think Joey was the one that made that comment last time. Or was it Blake? I think it was Blake. So I got some, crowbars in here. Crowbars. I got some small tire irons in here. You would not believe how often this thing gets used. I mean, just for stupid stuff. You need one of these for like doing brake jobs. Next drawer down, I got these C-clamps. As you can see, this one, I made this head right here. This is a washer with a castle nut. I made that. It didn't even have a head on it. Thanks, Alex. What's up, Johnny? How you doing? And then next drawer down, I got the big boy tools right here. A lot of them, do some leverage or something. I got a massive oil filter remover right here. This chain pipe wrench. This thing works great for, oil filters. You will need a service truck soon with 3 trucks. Right, Sydney? So that was a welded stud. The streaming is getting kind of crazy. Then I got a tiger tool right there for joints. Right, and then next one down. Shameless plug for lightning. There we go. We got the big DeWalt in here. Just some hacksaws, some random stuff. It's too big to really put anywhere else. And I got an air hammer right there. This is a buffer for aluminum and stuff. Right. Okay. Next drawer over, we got a whole bunch of files. All right, this is a homemade thing right here. But we got a whole bunch of different files in there. This is kind of like a specialty tool drawer with like little small stupid stuff that you always need, but it's just like here's something to hone a cylinder. Like, when am I going to use this? Grandpa gave it to me. Got it from the free box, I think he's actually used it to hone a cylinder one time, but I've never done anything like that. Just these weird tools, that you hardly ever use, but when you need it, you have it, this is for Zerk, so what is this doing in here? That's where that went. I mean, it's a good spot for it, but I got my Zerk drawer right over here. Boom, and there's a tool in it because I just bought one because I couldn't find this stupid one. Well, let's put this one back in here. That way I got two. Here's an extra nozzle tip for a welder. Next drawer down, we got scrapers and punches, and pin, and like pin removers. This is a pin I just made for changing those control arms out for the drop axle. You had to line up those bushings. We use this to line them up. Oh, this works so good. And then in this drawer, we got basically a belt sander, orbital sander, and a Dremel tool. All the tools that are in here. So, as you can see, this used to have little markings on the tops. Like you can see, some of them still have it, but some of them are not even readable. So I did the paint marks on them. The straight line is for a flathead, and then the plus is for the Phillips, right? And we got some pliers back there. I got my mini Sledge hammer. You need one of these. I mean, these things you need one. And then I got this tool right here. This thing is pretty nice. This is the Milwaukee. It's the extended version. Milwaukee Fuel. And I got the big battery on there because I don't like recharging batteries every 2 hours. Got some magnets on the right here is a flathead I just used to, just pry stuff with. I think the tip was broken at one point. This right here is my brake tool. I made this out of a flathead. If you own dump trucks, you need to make one of these. This is my favorite tool for changing brakes. You just hook the spring, you put it on the spring, and then you push down and pop it right off. It pops any spring out. So easy. I mean, all that it did was just take a screwdriver and grind a little opening in it. Right, then we got this in case you lose a part. Right, and then we got a long ratchet, extra long. Then we got the flex head ratchet. And then we got the super compact ratchet. Then I got a breaker bar in here, tape measure, and then that's the 1/2-inch drive. To take lug nuts off, if they haven't been on for very long, I use this bad boy right here. This is my 20-volt Max XR DeWalt impact wrench. This thing works amazing. Unless the last guy put them on at like 600 foot-pounds of torque or some crazy crap, and they've been on for 2 years and they haven't been broke loose, or they didn't use any anti-seize when they put the lug nuts on. I'll use this if they're gonna come off easy. When this one doesn't work, I break out the 1-inch impact. Here's my drill and my impact driver. Here's some of the sets that I have bought in. Wrenches. I mean, I love these type of cases. If I don't have these cases, they just get lost. The stuff gets lost. So these cases are a big must for me. Okay. Here's another big boy drawer. Right? I got rubber mallet. I got the small impact. This is what I always use to get the lug nuts off when the DeWalt doesn't do it. I use this bad boy. This thing, oh man, this thing will take any lug nut off. And this is not I think this is a 3/8, or it's not 3/8, it's 1/4 inch. It's one size bigger than the normal. Right? This right here does volume. Right, that's what you need. If you want to take off semi-tires, don't use the small one. This one's a big one too. I upgraded all my air hoses to the bigger size air chucks. Yeah, if you want to take off anything considerable, you got to upgrade your air size. So, even with the 40-gallon air compressor, I'm able to do it only because I got this bigger air chuck, you know. But when it had the smaller air chuck on here, this wouldn't even do it. This wouldn't even take them off. It just didn't have enough volume or kick or something. So then down here, as you can see, I got some more big sockets, a few towels, some gloves, a heat gun, a lug nut remover, a lug nut cover remover. We got an air chuck, some diapers. And then on the side of the cart, we got our anti-seize. We got our grease in a can. This thing is so nice to have, the grease in the can, except for when it's getting on my ratchets. PB blaster, brake clean, and then some orange paint. And then you can see there's that roll right there. And then we got our tray over here. We got a nice breaker bar. And then I got a grease gun. I got my Sawzall, and this is just an extra grab and go toolbox with some normal sockets in it, and then another drill bit. And then I got a 20-ton bottle jack. I just bought that because I have a 30-ton and it's air operated, but it leaks so much. I'm about ready to. It needs to have new seals, or it needs to be tossed. It just leaks. Whenever I fill it up, like a week later, it's like empty. It just leaks it all out. I got a up to 600 foot-pound torque ratchet. I got this initially to do my dump truck tires, and then I realized that nobody even measures them. Nobody in any industry really ever does them. I got it adjusted all the way out, but it goes up to 600 foot-pounds. Nobody ever checks torques, hardly. You know, just do a few ugga-duggas. Then I got those big tire irons under there, another Sawzall. And these are my 6-ton jack stands. Even though I put more than 6 tons on those, I think. 6 tons would be 12,000 pounds. Yeah, 12, 24. Yeah, I've had probably close to that on those. And then there's another one down there. I don't know what that one's rated for, but it looks like the same one as the AC Delco ones. I got another little stool right here made out of milk carts. Got my table saw. Got some numbers, letters, and stickers in there. And then in here I got some electric stuff. Fire extinguisher. In here I just got some random stuff. That one's empty. This one's got my electronic stuff. It's got my multimeters, my soldering iron, my solder, and the flux. In this filing cabinet, see, we got old Dodge parts, and I got a pulley puller in there. We got zip ties. I've used quite a few of them, but as you can see, I haven't really used a whole bunch. I mean, these ones are all pretty much still in the packing. I've used a few of them. Then I got a table bench grinder with extra filter for the new dump truck. Getting ready to do an oil change on that pretty soon. Next drawer up, we got coveralls and tons of gloves. Set up a company downsizing, gave my dad and I 2 nice insulated 4-foot containers with AC in them. We just had to pay someone $600 to move them to my 6-acre property. I love using old filing cabinets as toolboxes also. Yeah, John, I mean, they're nice, but don't ever plan on moving them. You know what I mean? Filing cabinets, if you move them and the drawers fall out, they're almost impossible to get back in. And I like the fact that you guys got the insulated ones. Man, those are nice. I wish these were insulated. And I just installed this roll door. So this roll door right here, man, it makes a world of difference. Like, I just installed it, and I still cannot get over the fact of how nice it is now. And I got 2 LED lights that are solar powered up there. Let me just step out real quick, and I'll show you. I mean, it just opens everything up so much, right? You can see the wires coming down right there. That's from the solar panels. It just opens everything up so much more. You know, I can pull my dump truck in, and then boom, open that door up, and I can just go boom, 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 boom with all the tools I need, you know, instead of having to go in the front. And everybody knows how much of a pain these shipping container doors can be to close and open sometimes, especially if things are frozen. That roll up 4 is sweet. Might do that on one of mine now that I see yours. Dude, John, I'm telling you, this was the best thing I could have done to my shipping container shop. I'll be honest. I mean, I would do the roll door over insulation any day. I mean, just because it makes it's so much more open, and there's so much more lighting in there without actually having to light it. I mean, I got natural light in here now. You know, it just makes it so much better, man. And then you can see I got my little solar panel regulator over here. My battery's getting low, but you can still see it's charging because the sunlight's still out. But man, it just makes it so much easier, because here's one of the main things I've noticed since I've been running my business here and everything. Like, if I would have had this set up a little bit differently, like if I would have had the shipping container further that way, then it wouldn't be so bad not having the roll door. But if you can see where my container's positioned, if I pull one car right there, then the dump trucks can't get by. You know, if I pull one dump truck right there, the dump trucks can't get by when they're fueling up. Yeah, AC will be so sweet, man. I'm jealous of that. I mean, the AC will be nice for sure. You know, so having this bay door right there, oh man, it makes it so much better. You know, so much easier. I can just pull something up right there and then immediately go for the tools, and it won't be blocking this big turnaround for the dump trucks. Because you guys know, I mean, those of you that know me already, you already know I got my fuel island set up right there. So the dump trucks come up, they fuel up, and then they make this big circle, and then they head back out to the first turnaround, and then they park in the first. But this is my setup as a small dump truck owner operator. I mean, and this is really all you need. I mean, right here, this is, I mean, I save so much money working on my own stuff. Yeah, John. I mean, and those are so cheap too. You can buy them for like $700-800, I think, online. And I just did a video showing the roll-up door, but I got a installation video coming out pretty soon. But I mean, it was so easy to install this. I mean, it's I need to put a 2x4 back there and bolt that to the wall too. But I mean, it's still really solid right now. So I probably don't have to, but I'm going to anyways. But it was so easy. Like, this particular roll door, that's how you tighten the spring. It's got a little latch right there so all you do is stick a pry bar in there and you turn it and it clicks, right? So you turn it as many times as you need, you know, until it's tensioned right, and then you just stop. And it's got a little stopper. You can see it right there. And this side, you can see it's just got a washer holding it on. one of those one washers that you just push it on and it's a one-way washer. I mean, it's so easy to install. And then I just added this plate today and painted it. I believe this plate is actually supposed to go the other way, so the water drains out. But the problem is when it was the other way, it was just too tall. It was too tall, like the bump, and the door wouldn't latch. So I put it like that, and I actually really like it like that better. So, do you set yours on the dirt or do any kind of blocks or foundation? So these shipping containers are set right on gravel. I haven't done any foundation underneath them. I honestly don't know if I'm going to do a foundation or not. I'll be 100% honest. I don't know if I'm going to do a foundation right now. In the future, I might do one. And if I do one, what I'll do is I'll probably just lift one end of the shipping container up, dig out, make a form, and then pour concrete with rebar in it, or just pour a concrete block, just a small block, and then set that back down on it. But honestly, I don't see myself doing a foundation. I just don't even see myself doing it, in all honesty, because they've been sitting there for a long time and they haven't moved. You know what I mean? And I don't think this soil is going to move because I dug it down. Like, it's already lower. Like, on this side, it's probably 3 feet lower than the native soil. And then on this side, it's probably like, maybe 1.5 feet. So it's already on super solid ground. And then I put the 1.25 inch minus down and I compacted it out, So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a foundation for them. I probably not going to. Yeah, there's no way they're going to flood. I mean, there's no way they're going to flood. I mean, I got a really good drainage system going down right here, and that's the land that's over there is so much lower. This will never flood over here. Thank you. And probably what we'll do, and I haven't decided yet, but if I do change anything, I might move my shipping container over that way another 5 feet. But I don't know. I can park 2 dump trucks side by side in there right now. But they're tight. Tight. So I don't think I don't want to scoot it over, but I might. You had ants invade one. It was on bare dirt. Dang, that sucks, man. Yeah, this is on gravel. And they're both sitting on gravel. And it's been compacted. So I can't wait to get 2 more shipping containers on top of those. I mean, that's going to be super sweet. And then you can see our camper that we're living in back there. We finally got our electricity hooked up, so you can see an extension cord going all the way to our power meters up there. Super happy about that. Mason, what do you hear? What do you see, boy? What do you see? Yeah? Do you protect the house? Yeah? Yep, we got a pit bull, guys. And we live in a trailer. So we're rednecks. We're the hillbillies. We're, as some people would like to call us, trailer trash. But this is the setup right here. I mean, this is just so clean of a setup, I think. So happy with the way it's turned out. I mean, you can tell just those 2 lights, they really make a big difference. Now I got my dirt bike in here. But yeah, what do you guys think of the toolbox tour? or the shipping container tour. Is there anything in particular that you want to see that I might have missed, or this is the cleanest. This is obviously, if you guys ever go back and watch any of my videos, this is the cleanest I've ever had a garage or shop ever. Heck yeah, I ride the dirt bike. Not in the winter time though. It's too cold, man. It's a little too cold. But in the summertime, yeah, I got riding boots and helmet, and I'm definitely gonna, I'm not like a pro or nothing, but I'm all right. So, what do you guys think of this beard? It's longer than Justin's. He's trying to copy me. He's trying to grow his beard out like mine. He's got a long ways to go though, because mine's longer and thicker and bigger. You want to get the cash for it? You need somewhere. Oh, I got one of my customers calling me. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in for the shipping container tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we got some more videos coming out. Yeah, John, I've come a long way, man. Yeah, we've come a long way. We've been killing it. So, anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna let you go. I gotta answer this customer before he, goes crazy. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to pound that like button before you leave, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, we got a lot of great content, and we got special content for the members. There's a join button. Click the join button. We're just blowing up on members right now. I got some special content of the new Super Dump. It's on that. So, later, Jacob. You guys have a great one.